Joining us now is the player of the tournament from the Euro success from last year. Arsenal and England forward Beth Mead joins us live on Drive. Hello, Beth. Good afternoon to you.
Afternoon.
Thanks so much for coming on. Firstly, how are you? Where did you watch the game?
I watched it at Arsenal training ground. Unfortunately, I'm still rehabbing and training. So, I had to get in early for a session. And then, I've managed to watch it with some of the Arsenal girls there.
There was so much hope going into the game, understandably. Listen, no final of any sort at any level, male or female, is going to be easy. Obviously, you got the best two that have come together at the end. But can you put your finger on exactly what went wrong for England? Do you think maybe we didn't play as best as we could have done?
I don't think it was our best performance. I think knowing, and I've played against Spain a lot of times internationally, and it is probably one of the worst games you want to play in, You run around after the ball for a long time in the game. They have a lot of possession. And I think ego aside, when we play them, we've just got to be disciplined. And, ultimately it was a little mistake and we got caught from that mistake and it cost us a World Cup final. But I think we looked tired. We were struggling to create chances. And unfortunately, Spain, dealt with what we give them.
But if you said it there about struggling to create chances and the team looking tired, one big decision that Sarina had to make was about Lauren James, who'd been sensational, of course, in the tournament. She opted to bring her off the bench. For you, was that the right decision?
I think, I can understand why she made that decision. I think knowing, like I said, Spain have a lot of the ball, I think it would have been hard to get Lauren on the ball early on in the game. So I think Sarina opted to get her on second half when she thought the players would be a bit more tired and, Lauren could do what she does. But it could have gone either way. And hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it?
I'm guessing we're going to take positives from this. What will the positives be?
We got a step further since the last World Cup. We had the semi-final curse for a lot of tournaments. And, last year we won a Euro final. We got to a World Cup final this time and we're heading in the right direction. And ultimately the final was small margins and we came short this time. But I think the girls, when the dust settles, will be proud of what they've done throughout this tournament, considering circumstances of injuries, suspensions, change of formation in the middle of a tournament. I think, they've got to be proud of that.
Beth, how important has Sarina Wiegman been to the success of the Lionesses of late? Obviously, you won the Euros, fantastic. Just got to a World Cup final. How long do you think she'll stay with England and how important is she to the Lionesses?
I hope they pencil her a new contract ASAP and lock her down as a player. But she's been pretty incredible for us since she came in. When you think we've lost 2 games under Sarina since she's come in, only one being a competitive match, and the tactics she brings, the culture that she brings, from the first player in the squad to the last player and the staff as well. It's not an easy environment always to be in and stuck with that many people all the time. But Sarina just seems to have got it right. And I've always said that she has an amazing ability to keep everyone so calm in high pressure moments. And she certainly does that on a regular basis.
We can hear more from Sarina Wiegman now, actually. She spoke after her side's 1-0 defeat to Spain yesterday. She said she hopes their run to the final will inspire more women to take up the sport. Have a listen.
More women coaches, female coaches. A lot of work has been done and is still necessary to do to get more female involved and give opportunities and take opportunities. Women are inspired and think, okay, now I'm starting coach, or I'm going to do something in the women's game, or I'm going to play for little kids.
Are you noticing a change in not just women supporting the women's team, but men as well? The reason I ask that is because I've got 2 young daughters. My youngest is 11 and a big football fan. She was very interested in the final. We watched it together, but I'm watching it as well now. And there would have been a time maybe 10, 15 years ago where neither of us would have sat down, probably because it wasn't even on the telly. But are you noticing a massive change now in people's opinions, not just women, but men as well?
Massive. Since the Euros, we wanted to create a legacy. We wanted the support within the game. I'm here today with the National Lottery, and they funded for the last 10 years 50 million into the game, which has ultimately helped the younger generation. Myself being one of the players that got funded to be where I am. And like Sarina said, you want everyone to get involved. You want the next generation. You want managers, male, female, to be invested in the game. And like you said, as a male now, there's a lot more I know playing for Arsenal in the 60,000 seater stadium when we sold out a semi-final of a Champions League, there was a lot of men there who were very invested in us wanting to get to the final. And I think we have changed that perspective over a lot of years. It's took some time, but hopefully, the women's game's getting the respect it deserves from every single person, whether it be man, woman, child, boy.
Can I ask, are you getting bored with that question? Like, do you think we're past that now?
We're starting to, but I think the moment that we stay complacent with it and we think we've got there, that's when there becomes an issue. We're always wanting to push the game to a new level, and although it's heading in the right direction, there's still a long way for it to go, the women's game. And obviously, yes, it's boring talking about it, but unfortunately it's something we have to do, because ultimately we still want more people to get involved in the game.
Yeah, I get that.
Absolutely. Well, how important is it now the tournament is over that we see more investment going into the women's football to create opportunities for young girls?
Oh, so important. I'm here today with a group of girls. Obviously you can't see them right now, but they're outside playing and they're so inspired. They're so happy to see me, and I haven't even been part of this tournament. And that's why we're here. We want to inspire the next generation. We want these young girls pushing us for positions and being competitive and making the game even better. And also as a player, we want to make the environment and everything for them even better as well. So yeah, it's so exciting to see where the game's heading and how much that the young girls are getting invested and the investment getting put in for them as well.
Let me ask you about Mary Earps. Had a wonderful tournament, obviously saved a penalty, although I'm quite glad they didn't look at the replay. I think she was off her line a bit, but it doesn't matter. Listen,
No,
I know it is, you're right. Listen, Nike have come out and said that, I don't even know what this means, that they are, I'm quoting here, working towards a solution after being criticised by fans who want to buy her shirt. What do you make of this? I don't understand why Nike haven't come out and said, okay, yeah, we're going to make one. I don't get that. But what do you make of their view and the fact they haven't still resolved this situation?
I mean, me being a Nike athlete, we want to push. We want to get things better. We want to get things right. And why does Mary not have a shirt? She's one of the most successful Lionesses right now. Are you saying that a goalkeeper's not important within the team? Because Mary's played such a big role in this competition. And the Euros before that, she's the best in the world. Like, people want to buy a shirt. Like, yes, they need to make that possible. End of. Like, it shouldn't be a discussion or a debate. They need to make that possible. Yeah,
it's nuts. I mean, if it would have gone to penalties, she saves the winning penalty. I'm sure there's so many people out there that want that goalkeeping jersey and you couldn't buy it. It's just nuts. Come on, Nike, pull your fingers out. Just quickly before we let you go, how is your recovery going? How close are you to returning to full fitness?
Nearly there. I'm 8.5 months in of a 9-month rehab generally. It was a long one. It's been painful mentally and physically, but I am nearly there. I'm back in training. I'm just trying to build my minutes back up now and be ready for the new season. Fingers crossed. Okay, well, listen, thank you for coming on. Before I let you go, I've got one last question for you, okay? Now, if I was part of an England squad and I was out injured and they got to a World Cup final, there's a part of me that'd be going, oh, if they win it, I don't get a medal, I'll be devastated. And if they lost it, I'd go, at least my mates haven't got a World Cup winners medal. Was there any part of you, even 1%, that was like, okay, well, at least they don't have that? Do you know what? I think knowing how it feels, I was actually devastated for them. I think I had a lot of mixed emotions. Of course, I didn't want to miss out on a gold medal. But I think for what it would have done for the game and to be back in and part of that squad would have been pretty incredible as well. So, yeah, there was a lot of mixed emotions going into that one. Yeah, it's the right answer, but your smile says so much more. I'll sit on the fence. I know. Listen, we're all human, right? We all think the same. I don't want Benty getting that gold medal. I'll be devastated. You're not wrong. Yeah. Listen, what a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on. We wish you all the best. It sounds like you're incredibly close to returning to full fitness, so we wish you all the best with that, and we hope to see you back in that England shirt one more time. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for coming on. That was, of course, a look at the latest action. Thanks to our friends at Zero. FIFA Women's World Cup update on talkSPORT with Zero. Small business accounting software and proud partner of the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023. Dream bigger. Do you get that question? Yeah, of course. Would you be devastated if Goldstein was up there getting his World Cup winners medal and you were there with your foot in plaster? No, I'd be delighted for you. You're such a liar. But inside of, when I get home, I'm like, Aah! You would be. And if I'm walking off with a loser's medal, you'll be. I'd love to ask that, even about generations. I wonder if the older Lionesses are thinking, do they really want them to win it? It's just a human. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Oh, listen, I wanted England to win it.
Of course, well, that goes
Well,
without
England's
doubt.
been the Euros and the last World Cup.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not
yeah.
men now.
Yeah, I mean, that was Serena Wiegmann's, I think, third final on the bounce. She
Fourth, I
was
think.
it fourth?
Yeah, fourth, I think.
That is just ridiculous, isn't it?
Incredible.
That is nuts.
Incredible.
Well, listen, well done to Spain. But I thought it was a great goal that won it.
Just mad. Spain won this tournament. I swear the 15 best players didn't even turn up.
What do you mean they're 15 best
Because
players?
they've got some kind of dispute going on in Spain about the selection of the squad and some people not happy with the manager, not wanting to play under the manager.
Well, they didn't even start with their two-time Ballon d'Or winner.
But they left with the best players at home.
Yeah.
Imagine that now, though. You're trying to get back in. Nope, we don't need you now. You're out.
Don't answer that phone. Don't answer that phone.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.